Game begins with e4, c5, Sicilian defense. Then knight to f3, and d6. Pawn to d for attacking the center. C capture d4, knight recapture d4, knight f6, knight c3, and a6. Bishop to e3. And Hans pushes pawn to f5 attacking the knight. Knight retreat to f3. Bishop e7, and white bishop to c4. Both player castles. Hans brings bishop to f6 offering trade of bishops and he accepts. Knight to a4, knight d7, pawn c4, knight c6, rook c1, d6 and queen b3. Rook b8 and Magnus push pawn to c5, knight capture c5, knight capture knight, d capture c5, and queen capture e6 with check. King to h8, b3, knight d4, bishop capture knight, e capture d4 and e5. d5 queen g4, rook b4, rook f1 to d1, queen e8 queen e6 queen f7. Offering queen trade. Magnus happily trades queen and goes for endgame. Knight to e1, g5, knight d3 rook b5, g2, king g7 e6 rook f8. Magnus plays a4, giving up e3 pawn so he can break pawn chain. Knight capture c5, rook c3, knight capture a6, rook c8 rook b1, d3, king to g2, rook c4 and a5, rook a3 rook b3, king f6, knight c7 bishop c5 rook e1. But instead of play rook e1, Magnus missed this brilliant idea. Pause the video and find out the brilliant move Magnus missed. Do you find it? It is pawn e7. If bishop capture pawn then knight capture d5. With check winning bishop. If king capture pawn then knight b5. Discover check and winning the rook. But Magnus missed this move and played rook e1, d2, knight capture d5 king f5, rook d1. Rook d3, pawn e7, rook e4 and rook b8. Magnus here again missed another brilliant move rook d7. A silent move, guarding the knight and pawn. If king goes to g6 then knight f for check wins the rook. But Magnus played rook b8, bishop capture e7, knight capture bishop, and rook capture knight. Rook b2, rook a7, and both player trade rook capture a5. Rook d7, h5 rook d6 g for h4. King e for rook f6 rook f5 rook f for check. King d5 king f1 king e6 rook f7. And then rook shuffling happens for few moves. And here Hans blunders his last pawn, probably misclick. Game continued for few more moves till this move. And Hans resigns.